Well, I thought we had a classic one the other day under Jeff Zucker. Everyone was curious as to what he'd bring to CNN. And obviously he was a great producer at the Today Show and at NBC and so on. And the cruise ship that was stranded at sea, which I had absolutely zero interest in. And I was back in England. I do a show there twice a year, and I could see this footage, just endless footage of this ship chugging along. And I thought, what on earth's going on? Anyway, a fascinating thing happened. As I finished my show, I got back in, started watching CNN, and then my own stand-ins doing my. And I got completely engrossed in this bloody cruise ship. And eventually, at about 2 in the morning, I sent Jeff a note just saying, okay, I don't know how you've done this, but I now care about these people. None of them are dead. No one's even seriously injured or hurt. I really care about what's happening to them. And it was a great example. We just threw helicopters at it, tugboats, everything else, and everyone was sort of mocking or applauding or whatever, but it was an event which came out of nowhere, and the ratings the next day were double the usual ratings for the network. And it was just great programming.
Do you think there's a way that Jeff and the people who work for Jeff can apply that same talent to, for instance, the sequester? Do you think the time will come and someone will say, well, I don't know how you did it, but I sat there and I watched the news about the sequester, I listened to it, and now I feel like I know what to demand of my congressmen and senators?
Honestly, no. I think the sequester is one of the most supremely boring stories ever told on television. In fact, we decided not to mention the word sequester for the last 2 days of last week. We called it automatic spending cuts or whatever. There are many political stories which are just incredibly dry. And trying to make them come to life, you can do it, and you can do it with all the tricks in television, in my experience, but it doesn't rate because people look at Washington now, and I'd be interested in your view on this, and they see a complete paralysis of government. They see people who don't want to do any business with each other. There's no cross-party even socializing that we can detect. And America right now is paralyzed politically. And I think it's a tragedy for America. I'm the sort of thing that I'd love to hear Will steaming about in the new season, honestly.
I have no fear.
Because, but you tell me, Aaron, I mean, how would you make it come to life? Because what it is just another round of budget nonsense.
Yeah, I don't know offhand how I'd make it come to life, and I certainly I don't feel like I can tell anybody else who does this for a living how to do it. I just think it would be so valuable if it could be done. It's funny because I know an anchor at CNN. She's got the early morning show, and she happened to email me while the cruise ship thing was happening, and sort of in real time, saying the most fantastic thing has happened. I think it was Zucker's first or second day. This cruise ship has been disabled, and as he said, nobody's injured, nobody's in danger. There's nothing we can do about it. It's just there's the reality show happening today. And it's kind of gross to think about what they're. Everybody's going, oh, these poor people, right? Yeah. And so the woman, the anchor, was saying to me, but Jeff's putting all the resources of CNN behind it. We got helicopters out there, and I said, you know what? By the end of today, whatever is going on in the news today, with the budget, with anything else, is not going to matter. Everybody's going to be talking about this cruise ship.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.